Hello, everyone. It is time to learn how to enrich your agent experience with rich text for email to case premium. Welcome today. My name is Howard Yermish. I'm the Director of Product here at Vicasso, and I have with me
Pedroso. I'm the Senior Product Manager. Hello.
Well, as we are wont to do, we want to talk about some new things for email to case premium. And I got to say, breaking news, rich text comments are now visible in the timeline. This is something that literally every one of our customers using the timeline has been asking for. When is this coming? And it's here. We'll talk about the switch from inbound specific processing to the standard processing that email to case premium does. We'll talk about our Experience Cloud component, showing you how to reply from anywhere and still bringing all those things together. And we'll go over the steps that we need to do in order to update. So I think, Thais, we should start pretty much just with a straight up demonstration of the experience. Are you ready to demo?
I'm ready. Let's do it. So here I have a case in my demo org, and this was open through the community, so there are no existing case comments, but I'm going to reply as the support agent through our new comment page. I'm going to use a canned response that we have, and it has some rich text in it. So you can see that we have emojis, we have bold, we have bullet points, and lots of color. So I'm going to send this comment, and then we're going to take a look at the timeline. And it's there. I see everything here. Isn't that awesome, Howard?
This is awesome. The timeline is now rainbow colored. It's got all of the different colors that are there. It's got your emojis. It's got all of those different things. But what I'm really curious about is what it looks like when the customer replies, because obviously when you're composing in the timeline, we can capture all that. What about when it comes in from that email? Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, so here I'm replying as the customer from my Gmail. So you're going to see here that I have rich text, I have colors, I have inline images, and some additional bullet points. So I'm going to send this comment out and then navigate back to our timeline. And we're going to wait a bit. And we also want to show you one of our new features with the new message little display here that we have. What would you call that, Howard?
Like a notification system.
And there you go. You see here that a new message was added. It flashed a little just to let the support agent know that something happened, and timeline refreshed automatically, including that rich text response, including that inline image. So you can see everything here from the timeline.
And I think what's really great about seeing this experience this way is now when we think about that, the whole process of bringing in clean case comments as well as just showing everything you possibly can on the timeline. It's kind of all one nice experience. And, you know, something that has happened in the past, our customers would say to us that they would prefer the standard email composer because they could see that email message in the email composer. It wasn't using case comments, but what they were giving up was canned responses with all the rich text and inline images and its default attachments, as well as the intelligent responses that can use generative replies now and triggering flows from that. They gave up the integration with knowledge that we provide, where you take the different bits of the knowledge article and you can just paste them in where you need to, as well as some oldies but goodies, things like field editing while you're composing the message, editing those fields in Salesforce without having to do that as a separate step. They gave up scheduled comments. They gave up our text extraction feature from extracting text from images. They even gave up screenshot captures and our file viewer in the timeline. And even worse, as far as I'm concerned, those clean case comments. They gave all of those different things up. And to me, I kind of look at that and I was just like, that's just a very bad compromise. So I think what we should do now is show that not only do you not have to compromise inside of the timeline, but even our reply and timeline component inside of a community allows you to continue that whole approach there. So Thais, let's take a look at what that looks like.
Yes, so I'm going to navigate here to our community. I'm going to open that case that we were working on. And the first thing that loads on the page is our reply and timeline component. So at the top, you have your composer section. And as you scroll down, you have the timeline too. So you can see all of that we just saw in Salesforce right from here. So all of the rich text is also displayed here for the customer. So if I am a customer and I am composing my reply, I can also use the rich text. So I have an emoji here, and I'm just going to add some additional things such as a little bit of color, and then I'm just going to highlight some text just for fun. And then I'm just going to quickly refresh my page and make sure that I can send that comment. And once that is gone, I see here in the timeline. And just to show you what it looks like in that timeline, I'm just going to refresh my page here as well in Salesforce, and that comment is here. And if I click here in the drop down and preview the email, you're going to see that my whole thread now has that rich text displaying as well.
I think to me, the big thing here is, again, no more compromises. You're seeing the full contents of all the email messages. You're seeing all that rich text there. So what are the steps that we need to take in order to upgrade to the new version? What are the steps?
So just go on the App Exchange and upgrade to the latest version of Email to Case Premium. Then once you're in the setup wizard, you just need to make sure that you're using that standard mode and that the enable rich text setting is turned on. But if you were using everything as expected on the new comment page, composing rich text, that should already be on for you. So no actions are needed. And then Howard, when you were testing, I know that you ran into something. What was that?
So I ran into a thing in an org that I was playing with just to test everything where I forgot to check the checkbox that says exclude most recent comment from history text. This is something where in that particular org, I hadn't noticed it before because all of the history text was all plain text. So I had the rich text comment as the first comment, but the rest of it was all just plain text. So I didn't really notice the fact that I was duplicating those. So this is a good setting to double check, avoid seeing some duplicate content, because if you don't check that box, you're going to see the first comment as your top comment, and then you're going to see the history text. It's going to include the first comment. And if you've got rich text and inline images, you'll see sort of duplicate content. So just make sure, however you've got your email template configured, make sure you're using the right merge fields, and talk about those merge fields because those apparently need to be updated as well.
Yes, so we now include 3 new merge fields for your email templates, all for HTML. So that's going to grab all of the rich text. So the first one is the history text. That's for your public comments. Then you have your history text with public, but including those private comments as well. And then the third one is just for those private comments. So go through all of your email templates that are being used with Email to Case Premium, update that just to ensure that customers, support agents, they are viewing rich text wherever they need to view them.
Got it. And what else is new? Well, there's more things that we're including there. One of the big things is our invocable method. Now, our invocable method, if you've worked with it in the past, you don't have to make any changes. All of the things that you've built already will be supported here, but it does extend some functionality. Tice, what are some of the new pieces of functionality the invocable supports?
Yeah, so now you can create draft comments. You can schedule send, so you can schedule comments to be sent at a later date. You can attach files. And we also have this new comment only mode, which is acting as a note to self, which means that you're adding comments without recipients.
And that's something where also available comment only mode in the user experience. Sometimes people would like remove all the recipients so they could post a note to themselves. And they might want to just post a note on the case, but not notify anybody. This comment only mode means you no longer have to like remove everybody, send your little private comment or even public comment, and then put people back later on. So that's all managed through this comment only mode. You turn that on, it takes everybody off of it. It just posts that case comment, which is pretty great. Additionally, for those customers who receive really long messages from their customers, we are now converting those long messages into an attached file. So we'll truncate that message where we need to, but then include a file attached to that to make sure you get the full content. And as you saw before in the timeline, our case comments are even cleaner. We've done some extra updates where we're actually looking at the contents of that email message. We're scanning for certain things that are in those HTML email messages and finding where those signatures are and cutting those out. So you really only get the pieces of that comment that's there. It's not perfect yet, but it's really much better. And some email clients are spotless in terms of how they handle those clean case comments. It's pretty great. So if someone runs into any problems, what should they do, Thais?
reach out to our support team. You can chat with us, you can email us to open a case. If you have access to our community, open a case through there. Or if you just want to give us a call, we will answer you as well.
Well, that is great. And with that, I want to thank everybody for taking some time today to go through this updated version of Email to Case Premium. And I guess we will close off by saying thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.